Lorelay, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate having a few minutes to talk to you. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Chance happens that I was just actually looking at your artwork the other day. I didn't even know it. For the Legacy collection for the albums. I love how timeless that felt. And then I'm looking at some notes for today, and then happened that you did that artwork. Am I mistaken?
No, you're not mistaken. Yeah, I've done that.
That's really cool. I just wanted to let you know that I'm a big fan of
Thank
some of
you.
those
Thanks
covers.
so much. That means a
Uh,
lot.
so tell me what has been your experience working on Encanto?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been a very long journey. I've been working since almost day one, almost. But early on, when there was not even a script, and it's just I was super excited when I heard about the project that it was gonna be in set in Latin America. At the beginning, I didn't know where, but then I found out, oh, Colombia. Oh my gosh, that's amazing! It's such a like opportunity for color and for just a lot of like design opportunities there for like great design. So I was really excited and to jump into the project, and I've been there since almost the end, like the towards the end of 17 until now, and finishing up the movie now. So it's been a long journey, but very fulfilling now.
Fantastic. So what kind of work are you doing early on in the film?
Yeah, early on it's mostly blue sky. So like blue sky is when there's really no artwork and there might be just description of characters or just a theme or just the concept, and we start providing artwork for the directors to get inspired to write a script. And then once they have a script, then we start doing moments of that script. We visualize those moments with concepts and artwork, and and that just helps them getting more information about the world and the space, the colors and the feel of these settings. And then even creating early concept of characters, so that because then we have a story team that comes and they're going to be doing the story reel of that script. So then creating art for them is very helpful, so that they have an idea, and also they're able to sort of draw, okay, if this character is going to be wearing a hat, they'll like people will know that who that character is when looking at that story reel. So early on is a lot of iteration. It's very open. It's a lot of exploration, and we always ask, "What if?" Like what if this room looked like this, or what if this character looked like that? So and then it just gets a little bit more narrowed down as the script develops, and it gets a little more solid. And then once that happens, then we start designing sets and characters for real.
How fulfilling is that for you to be seeing all that labor of love that you put into it from the very beginning, and then now to see the almost or the final product?
Oh, it's super fulfilling. I mean, like I had to look back at some art early on for the art of book, and I was like, I forgot about even some stuff that I did. So because it's been such a long time, and also like some other art that was done by other artists, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would have been cool, or it's just like things that that again, like the what if, right?
Mhm.
But it is so fulfilling to see how those pieces were sort of an inspiration to something else. We usually that happens a lot in the sort of development of a movie, where a piece inspires something, and it gets just or a moment, and then that kind of develops. But it is quite fulfilling to now be almost done.
So tell me, what aspects of the Colombian culture were you excited to work with?
Yeah, one of the most exciting things was the just the handmade feel that everything was going to have, kind of like like the embroidery is hand done, it's not machine
Mhm.
done, or the clothing is handmade, and also, the pottery, it's hand painted. Like there's the tiles like getting like little, chips on them on the kitchen, or just the tiles are not perfectly aligned. That was the most exciting, because I like imperfection. I like because there's more beauty to me on the imperfection than the perfection. And there was a lot of that on the research photos that we looked at from the directors, and also like just the research that we did, and also the research that our Colombian trust of consultants gave us. So that was a very exciting thing to be able to do a movie like this.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. A lot of people have that I've interviewed previously for the film already have mentioned how much of a fan they are of Maribel's dress and the embroidery on there, and how it's imperfect, but how that makes it look so much better.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Yeah, no, it's and also it just reflects her. She's she's not perfect. She's the one without the gift, and just her style is bubbly and fun and real, very relatable, because no one is perfect, right? Or we think
right.
there might be people that think someone is perfect, but no one is perfect. So she's just someone that I think everyone will relate to. Yeah.
Talk about how you choose colors. What's the color palette that you decided to go with, and how you came down to that conclusion?
Yeah, it depends on what. For example, the characters, we wanted to, because there were so many characters, we wanted to sort of, 14 characters to track. So we wanted to organize them palette wise, since there were two families as well. So like just organize one of them, Mirabel's side of the family in the cool tones, and Pepa's side of the family in the warms, and we started to think of of Abuela too, like the main. Mm-hmm. So I started with that one. And I, for example, for her, like I think of the personality, I think of like the things that happened in her life. We came up with a river, with her costume colors from a river we saw in the research of Colombia of it's called also the Rainbow River, and it has like all these different colors, and it has a lot of a magenta kind of plant inside. So that color came from of her costume from that, just because that's where she lost her beloved abuelo. And and she has the black because she's she lost her abuelo and she has so much pain. So just like trying to think of those things that happens to the characters and just do it through the whole family. So thinking of, Julieta is like the mom and she's a healer. She has that gift. So she has the turquoise color, which is a very healing and peaceful color, and then you have, for example, Felix is sort of the life of the party. He's Afro-Colombian and he comes from the Caribbean. So like the warm colors make sense for him because he's a very warm kind of character. So thinking of the character personalities and starting to sort of like a puzzle, kind of tag the colors and what suits best for each of the characters. And we do the same thing with the environments. And then on top of that, we have sequences that has to be color scripted, right? So depending on the mood of that sequence, what's the mood, what's the sun, the time of day, what happens during that setting. So all those things are giving us information to pick those color palettes.
Wow, the way you described it as putting puzzle pieces together, it makes it sound that much more challenging because you're making the puzzle and creating it as you go along. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, characters shift, like a personality shift. So you have to just keep, kind of rearranging those things. Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about Mirabel?
The favorite thing, I have to say her costume is one of my favorite things. That we had an amazing costume lead, and she created, all that amazing embroidery on, the design of it, and just how. I love also just how tactile everything feels. Even the skirt moves so much, and the blouse is not all stuck to the body. It's all blousy and loose, and just how, and her like cute, curly hair, how much it moves, and it's just a really fun character. And I think, I mean, everyone is going to be blown away by her. But I love, one of my favorite things is her outfit for sure. Yeah.
Lorelay, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your insight and a little bit behind the scenes on all the amazing work that you've done.
Sure. Thank you. No problem.
It was really nice to meet you. Take
Nice
care.
to meet you. See ya.